wrestling fans, welcome to another exciting edition of American Pro Wrestling. Joining me here this week, my co-host, none other than Dan Paris. And Dan, what an exciting program this should be.
We're going to be taking a look at the new combination of Ricky Noble and Jessy Taylor in action. Rick Michaels has made a big impact in APW. He'll be taking on Scotty Wren and much, much more on American Pro Wrestling.
And Dan, let's don't forget the juvenile delinquents. We're going to be having an interview with them and seeing them in action here tonight. Remember, last week here on American Pro Wrestling, Nick Fury was put out of action by Big Hitman Hunter. Tonight he goes against none other than A.J. Frost, the other member of Juvenile Delinquents. And wrestling fans, we'll be back with more right after this.
Hello everyone, this is Dan Paris along with Charlie Babb, and during our first hour this week, Dennis Price, one of the top officials in APW, will be calling the action with us. And Charlie, we got an action-packed first hour.
That's right, Dan. Lots of grunts and groans should be in this opening match that pits the very popular Ricky Noble teaming this week with the very popular Jessy Taylor, who we hadn't seen in this part of the country in quite some time, and their opponents are high powers. And this is really the first chance that we've had to take a look at high powers as the tag team combination.
Yes, indeed. Andy Chavis and the Handsome Stranger have definitely got their work cut out for them.
Well, I tell you, the first chance I've really got to take a look at Jessy Taylor since when I was here before, well, he was here before I actually got here. So it's going to be a good chance to see the former APW U.S. champion in action.
Well, Jessy Taylor's certainly no pushover. He's competed in the Peach State of Georgia and the Carolinas here in APW, and Jessy Taylor's win-loss record speaks for itself.
That's right. I remember Jessy Taylor from about a year or 2 years ago when he was real popular with the wrestling fans in this part of the country, Dan Paris, and I'm sure he will be once again. A big body slam by Rick Noble on this Andy Chavis. Noble whips him into the ropes. Leg scissor, gives the tag to Jessy Taylor. Taylor comes in at the count of one, and Chavis kicks out.
Taylor utilizes a lot of power, but very quick and agile for a big man.
A big hip toss brought up there and followed up by an arm drag, and now a big clothesline Marion, and over the top rope goes Andy Chavis. A nice arm drag now on the Handsome Stranger, and the Handsome Stranger says, whoa, slow this down just a little bit. I want a slight rest for you here, Dan Paris.
Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, Jessy Taylor came in there like a house of fire, and these guys didn't help. They couldn't do anything but take a powder, Charlie.
That's right. They had to go for a small respite outside that ring. And notice, Dan, they're comforting each other out there. And I guarantee you that both of these guys, the Handsome Stranger and Andy Chavis, are going to have kicks and they're getting along tomorrow morning. Taylor brings Chavis back in, delivers a big right hand to the forehead of Andy Chavis.
I'm telling you, Dan Paris, and I'm going to tell you right now, these two guys looking good, two great-looking individuals. They could be contenders for the APW Tag Team Championship.
Well, no doubt about it. I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I'll tell you, Dennis, to the best of my knowledge, these guys, this is the first time they've ever teamed up together, but they're looking really solid together as a tag team.
Well, they've really impressed me here tonight, Dan, because it's been fast-paced action since that bell rang. And notice big Marion delivered once again there by Jessy Taylor to the Hampton stranger and goes over and makes that tag to Ricky Noble, and Noble comes in. And, you know, just switching in and out, that's the making of a great tag team, fellas.
Standing drop kick, and what you do have to do in that ring as a combination is continuity, tagging back and forth, working as two, working as one as a unit.
That's right. We'd like to thank our production staff here tonight who's given some mighty fine shots here on this edition of American Pro Wrestling. Big Bull Nelson delivered by a body slam by Rick Nobles on the Hampton Stranger, and only for the count of 2. Now, who is this referee that we have in this match, Dan?
This is Chuck Ellison.
Chuck Ellison. That's right. And Chuck Ellison looks like he's had a few more country biscuits over the weekend. And look at this. Here goes Chevis up over the top turnbuckle and delivers a big smash down across the shoulder of Ricky Noble.
Once again, I tell you right now, these two guys, like I said, great tag team, great individuals. And it looks like the Chavis here is actually working over Noble, but I tell you, Noble is a strong individual, and I've been in the ring with him many times, and there's no pushover.
I'm going to tell you something. Chavis has wasted way too much time. Noble with a slam, greets
He
him.
threw him all the way across that ring, Dan Parrish. Did you see that?
Certainly did. Ricky Noble, Dennis just emphasized how strong he was, and that showed it right there.
Well, Ricky Nobles moves out of the way and nobody home, and I guarantee you that's going to have an effect on the family jewels. Both men now. Now it's the back body drop by Jessy Taylor, and Nobles goes to the outside, the count of 2, and Chevis puts his foot on the bottom rope for the break.
Something else I see, Dan. I see a lot of quick thinking by both Jessy Taylor and Ricky Noble. A lot of quick thinking. That's the true maker of champions, as you know, in the ring, being able to use the psychology against your opponents.
No doubt about it. I'm going to tell you, that's a part of it, a big part of it.
The cover on Jessy Taylor at the count of 2, and Taylor kicks out right on top of referee Chuck Ellison, and Andy Chevis didn't like that. Taylor delivers a big right hand, ducks under, and catches Chevis with a big right fist to the forehead. Notice now a big kick to the keister there by Jessy Taylor, Dan Parrish. And these guys are pulling out all stops tonight. Certainly, like I said just a moment ago, this Noble and Taylor are going to be a real good tag team combination.
Right now, Noble's going to send his man for the ride. Noble and Taylor dominating their opponents in the ring.
Once again, there's Chavis again, but taking way too much time against a guy like Ricky Noble.
That's right. He lost exactly where his opponent was at, but he was turned around and greeted by a big Lariat that turned him inside out. Picks him up now, goes over to Jessy Taylor. Look at this wrestling fan. Comes off with a great big leg drop across the chest at the count of 1, the count of 2, and we have winners, and those winners are Jessy Taylor and Rick Noble.
Attention pro wrestling fans, are you ready for exciting, high-flying, tag team action? Then you've got to come out to American Pro Wrestling every Friday night. Watch as our very best goes head-to-head with WCW, WWF, and ECW superstars. So give them a call at 578-0565 for ticket and information.
Do you think you have what it takes to become a professional wrestler? Well, now you have the opportunity to prove it at Chief Wahoo McDaniel's School of Pro Wrestling in just a short time. Your dreams can come true. The fame, the fortune can all be yours. You can walk with the stars, talk with the stars, be one of the stars. That's right, you too can become king or queen of the ring. So why wait any longer? Call now. 864-578-0565. Step into the world of the superstars. Also training for referees, managers, valets, and announcers. Write to American Pro Wrestling, Post Office Box 4626, Spartanburg, South Carolina, 29305. That's American Pro Wrestling, Post Office